this Caucasian woman in the audience who raises her hand to say, well, statistics and research says that black men are leaving black women because black women aren't kinky enough and they're going over to white women, right?
Most black women only want to date black men. The issue with that is that most black men do not want to be married.
Any woman who says disrespectful things or go back and forth with a man in comments or in real life is a broken woman. You know, if y'all talking about stay single, go ahead. We don't care, baby. It's too many women out here. You think we give a you want to be stay single? Say this. All you black women that know how to talk to men that are respectful, I love y'all. I want to say in these comments, right, for the people that's commenting, right, the ladies that's commenting and saying certain things, right? I'm gonna be respectful and I'm gonna just tell you my take on this, right? Any woman who says disrespectful things or go back and forth with a man in comments or in real life is a broken woman. Okay, because let me tell you something. My baby mamas, I got 5 of them. They're good women. And you wouldn't catch them dressing like hoes, arguing with no man, or even commenting stupid shit on the people posts. Women don't do that. Okay, real women don't argue back and forth. If it's not their cup of tea, they remove themselves. So I'm gonna give you ladies a woman tactic because I see a lot of y'all are so far from being women that you don't even understand you lost. A real woman, because a lot of people say,
So you see what the man is saying, right? What he's pretty much saying is this is why you're single. You're not acting like females. But let me let him cook.
I see him in the comments. He's not healed. He's broken. No, I'm real. I'm very healed. And this is why I'm able to be real because I'm healed. Okay. I'm able to be myself. When you are healed, you don't worry about what people say about you because you know your reality. So this is what I'm saying. Any person who argues back and forth with somebody has some issues that they need to deal with. Okay. And that's just the honest to
Do
God
you feel
truth.
that way for men too?
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Anybody that argues back and forth with somebody has some issues they need to deal with. See,
Okay.
me, I do it for trolling because I make money off the internet. But when you sit there as a woman and go back and forth with a man, baby, you already lost. Okay? So I'm just being honest. Like it's remarkable that women want all these accolades from a man, but for some reason they can't digest the truth. They call you all kinds of names when you spit the truth. When it's uncomfortable, now you got to be sassy. You got to be somebody that comment said his hands ashy because I'm a man, baby. I fix. I don't wear body butter and glitter lotion and all that fat ass shit I wear. I don't wear that. My hands are for working, for building, for whooping ass, not for taking pictures. Okay? This is what I'm saying. Y'all not used to no real man. Y'all want me to sit on this bitch glistening with my chest out like I just got out the shower. I'm not that nigga. Okay? I'm a man. The fuck? I don't wear lotion at all. I'm always ashy. You look at any one of my reels on Instagram. People that know me, I have never in my life used lotion. I just don't.
So you're not the Diddy baby oil.
I don't do none of that girly ass.
Oh my God. One thing you said, and we'll wrap up soon.
I gotta say this: wearing lotion is not girly, but let's continue.
Your baby mamas. And one thing I appreciate how highly you spoke of all of the women that you procreated, had kids with. But even with the high regards you gave all of them, you had a child with them, but none of them will be your wife. And this
No,
is why. Go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So this is why I say with women, because like you said, at 45 and until you die, as long as you keep yourself up, keep your money up, you're going to have options, right? Like, yeah, maybe there's a woman who's going to talk about you in the comments, but reality has taught you you're not going to be without a woman, right? So these women had children with you, but in the end, you probably would show up for them, but they're not good enough to be quote unquote your wife. And it's just harder for a woman to date at times when she has a kid. So this is why I encourage women, get all that you want and know all that you can figure out before you give somebody a child.
Mhm. No, I get that. I get that. But at the end of the day, we talk about the women being successful. That's fine. But I just want to give y'all a little history because this is why I haven't given up on marriage, right? Because I actually saw my grandfather pass away, and my grandmother held his hand until he took his last breath, and that meant a lot to me. So this is why I haven't given up on love because I want that. You know what I'm saying? Now the thing about it is since we are in a transitional era, a man can wait to his deathbed to find a wife as long as he got some money. I don't see too many men running around here trying to chase rich women that's old. I'm just saying. So, like, at the end of the day, you can have your reality, you can get to the money, you can do all that. But I want y'all women in these comments to understand that you're gonna get old. Okay, and it's gonna come a time when you're gonna want a companion. Okay, when my grandfather passed away and my grandma was there, I wouldn't say that she was miserable, but it seemed like she lost a piece of her. So
So this is the problem, and this is the issue with a lot of these ladies nowadays. This brother, I believe he's around my age. He's gonna get into that later, but I think he's around my age, and that's what's missing now from the date market. Yeah, he got 5 baby mamas, but the man still has hope. To be honest with you, I don't have hope in near one of you because I've seen it go on for so long, and it doesn't look like it's changing anytime soon. What do I mean? You will find some. That's why you will find some. That's why I like how he started the video and said it said, I like a female that's quiet, right? That's not jumping in business. But nowadays, it's too many doing the wrong things. It's like, what hope can you see?
Absolutely nothing.
growing old alone when it's like nobody there to be there with you. I don't think it's a good thing. But like I say, the mind state of people has changed. So they might be thinking, they okay with that. That's fine. You are entitled to have your life and live it how you want to live it. That's fine. I'm not trying to change nobody, but I'm gonna find me a wife. So y'all ass can sit there and talk about all this. I'll be by myself. I'm not. Okay, I'm not. I'm getting me a wife.
No, I listen. The odds are in your favor because you'll have a lot of options. I really enjoy this conversation because we're able to hear each other. The one thing I do have to defend in that is my mother was not married when she passed away, and she did not spend one moment by herself. Like literally, when she took her last breath, I was by her side the 48 hours of her dying period. When she took her last breath, me and my two sisters were there, and she got into the hospital 3 months earlier because she had a stroke. But literally for 3 months, I mean, if I wasn't in the hospital, my sister was, my dad was. Like, she never had a moment by herself. And what I say to that, what you just said, I feel like that's a scare tactic. It's almost like, ladies, you better be with this man because when you're 70, you don't want to be by yourself. Well, here's the deal. If I gotta have a dying partner, right? But I gotta spend 25 years in hell, nigga, I just died by myself. Like, I think men don't recognize that. Like, it's to the point where I don't want to spend the rest of my time on earth in misery because I need a dying partner. I'm dying, bitch.
Well,
I
but
don't give a shit. I'm gonna
But
be
what do you
dead.
think? What do you think being miserable is though? Because y'all
Well,
make it
okay,
seem like
okay.
it's so
Well,
bad. Like it's always the worst
well,
of the scenarios.
okay, let me jump in. Like you said a second ago, you said most men are going to have something, but it should never come to your doorstep. Now, with that in vain, your grandfather or your father, what they did not have to worry about was social media. So I do agree. I think most women probably could tolerate a man if it's not in their face, but it's very hard for things not to be in your face anymore. That's another
No, it's
disconnect.
not. No, it's not.
Men are on social media. The side chick be jealous. She's gonna DM the girlfriend or the baby mama because she don't want her to be happy. She's gonna tell a friend. Like, it's very hard. I don't like the term cheat in peace, but it is very hard to cheat in peace. And like I said, even if your
That's
grandfather was at Bernadine's house, Bernadine didn't have a Facebook and she didn't post the Thanksgiving after meal, and then your grandmother sees it. That's the part most women cannot deal with, the embarrassment of being attached to a man that the whole world.
No, you're not understanding. And shouts out to my brother, but having 5 baby mothers doesn't do you any justice, right? Most guys are not out here even doing what he's doing. You see, she can give that argument for somebody, and I'm not saying that he's cheating, but she can give that argument for someone like this. But a lot of guys aren't doing this. And the reason why this is happening, I said it in plenty of videos. And this guy's going to say it, and you're going to see, like, wait a minute. He's from a different era, right? He's around my age. So, actually, I believe he's the last year of Gen X. I'm the first year millennials. He may be turning 46 this year. I'm turning 45 in 2 weeks.
World knows it's playing you.
No, I get it because we the same way. Men can say so. Women say men can accept cheating. We also can, as long as don't nobody know about it. That's the key factor. When everybody knows that my woman cheated on me, it's the embarrassment that I gotta face from everybody knowing somebody had my woman. And to piggyback off what you said, when you said the cheating part, the side girls get sloppy. See, when you have a woman that you care about and you love and your man, see, women think that a man that don't cheat is a man with discipline. Baby, we are wired different, okay? There's no way that you can discipline your manly urge to want other women. It's called testosterone. We was born with it, okay? So there's nothing we can do. But what I'm saying is this, it's a respect level. If you're gonna do what you're gonna do, why do you have a side bitch and you have a girlfriend? Why? Wouldn't it make more sense to just pay for some pussy and go home? I'm just saying, this
He's
is
right, though.
2026. You have to evolve with the times. Why do you have a side bitch? Like you fucking up already. There's nothing you can do to have a side bitch be quiet after a certain period of time. Because guess what you're doing? You're going in there, you're confining with her. She know about all the problems you and your girl going through. She been through your emotional up and downs. She know everything, and now she's feeling like she's attached to you. And then on top of that, when you and your girl get into it and you go over there angry, I should leave her for you. I should leave all that shit. She's soaking this shit in. So you're creating a monster. That's your fault, not hers. That's your fault. Instead of getting you a woman, because if we're in a transactional life, it's plenty bad bitches selling pussy. Why are you getting side hoes? Go
Mm.
buy you some. She won't call you. You won't call her. And your family is happy. Nobody knows nothing. That's some free game. And that's the brutal truth. So, if y'all talking about stay single, go ahead. We don't care, baby. It's too many women out here. You think we give a fuck if we stay single? Do you really think we care? Every year somebody turns 21. So stay single. Get out of our fucking way. Stay single. We don't care. Stay single. Every
Mm.
year somebody turns 21, baby.
Ooh.
So
I
every
just,
year you another year out the mother,
Ooh.
and that's the
I would.
brutal truth.
No,
Ooh.
and that's true. I just think that women's options don't decrease as men think they do. And then one more thing, and then we're really gonna wrap up, but I just loved our conversation so much. And you said this earlier, a lot of men are not like you. There are some men are, I'm not trying to call them girls, but there are men now that are trying to find the woman with the money. They're trying to find the woman that they can branch off. And they're just trying to use that woman. Do you think it's better for a woman to be single or be with the guy that's just trying to use her?
I think you should be with a man that respects you. It starts with respect, okay? It just starts with respect. And if a man respects you, he is going to learn how to love you. Um, Ultimately, people change over time. You never know what somebody is going to turn into while y'all together. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it all stems down to respect, okay? Whatever you gonna do, respect me. Because, see, like, I'm the type of person like this, right? And this is somebody that I developed to be. If I say that I am going to, and this is just moving forward, if I say, okay, I want to be with you, I chose you, you is who I want to be with. The respect level is off the bat, which means whatever I do or whatever I choose to do, I will make sure that none of this never gets to my home. I don't care what I do. My job is not to tell the truth in a relationship. My job is to keep my woman happy. Okay, that's the job. Keep her happy, not to tell the truth. Okay, and when
But see, I'll tell you guys, right? This is a problem that can be solved because what he's doing, and I believe I'm a Christian, right? That's welcoming in sin. And you learn this over time. You get married, right? You looking at a female, you letting your testosterone take over, you're welcoming in sin. Why? What happened to David when he did that? He looked outside, looked over, and adultery came in, right? He wanted to plot and kill her husband, sent him off to war. Pretty much did do it. That's what happens. Don't welcome it in. But yeah, I'm gonna let this rest here. But he's hitting on something, but still, to me, I understand what he's saying, but really, there's no excuse. I'm just being honest. And the reason I say that is because it really is that. Exactly what I said. Call me a holy roller, whatever you want. I'm just spitting facts.
Couldn't agree more.
Men control marriage. So when we have the conversation of why so many black women are single, the reason is because most black women only want to date black men. And the issue with that is that most black men do not want to be married. They don't value marriage. They don't value commitment. They don't value family as a collective group. So this is why most black women are single and have never been married.
No, that's not the reason why. Because when black females do get married, it's to a black man. But the reason why men, not just black men as a whole, are not getting married is because of the court system. It is. It's because of the system. There's a reason I went all the way across the world. And I got to let you guys know, I got to give a little commercial. This is my commercial time. Yeah, shouts out to the Knicks. We just won the chip today. Well, yesterday, because when this video comes out, it'll be yesterday. But yeah, to anybody out there, you want an opportunity. And exactly like I said, right? I moved all the way across the world to the Philippines where there's no divorce, right? Everything I do is strategic. And what I'm saying to you right now is strategic, right? The reason why I came out here is because I was able to make a living, make income, right? I can teach you everything I do. Like right now, one of the things I do is I hire people for dollars per hour to make thousands. And I was doing that before I started doing YouTube. So I say, and this is why I suggest this, right? And this is why I suggest taking this package, because I've done many things before I came to the Philippines. But I show guys, right, how to make that money within 10 minutes. You go, oh, wow. I'll show you where to get the people. You take them somewhere, make them more. And if you're smart enough, you can make hundreds of thousands. Guys, I even show how there's people trying to hire me right now and pay me 100,000. So I can get it from hiring people, also from working on my own. But I would never work on my own again, right? So that's why I usually suggest go with the package to hire others to work for you, because all you're doing is using the same systems they use on us in the US to your advantage. But think about it. You're not a dirtbag, so you're not going to have somebody slaving, right? But yeah, anyway, I teach this, and you know, it's very easy to do. It's not hard at all. And I give you the same exact systems I use. And the wild thing is, you know how guys, also girls, are paying 20,000, 30,000, sometimes 100,000 for college, throwing it in your face. I teach this for $100. No exaggerations. $100. And the reason why I charge that cheap is because I don't want to rip anybody off. I feel I'm already making the money. Why would I need to rip you off? Let's get into the next video.
I went to speak at the sexuality conference in Denver, Colorado last year. For those of you that know, you know I'm a certified sexuality educator. And so I was invited to speak at this conference, and there was this Caucasian woman in the audience who raises her hand to say, well, statistics and research says that black men are leaving black women because black women aren't kinky enough and they're going over to white women, right? And so everybody looked at me because I was one of the only black people there. There was two other black women. I was the third. And so all of the, the white folks turned around and looked at me and stuff. By the way, y'all, we've got to get past this black and white stuff. But anyway, all of them turned around and looked at me. They thought I was going to be angry. You know what my response was? I said, thank you. Honey, you'll be doing us a favor by getting some of the Tyrones off of our hands. We can't handle them all. We really can't. So thank you so much. Listen, go on, honey. Go on. Go on, honey. Take a chance. Have at them. Because while the Tyrones and the Marcuses are coming over to you, your cousin Jacob and your cousin Paul and your cousin Scott are coming over to us.
Ah, man. The degeneracy. I'm telling you guys. It's there. And I'm not mad at it, right? If that's how you want it to be, because we all know the statistics, right? It's not usually like that. But whatever floats your boat, go with it. I'm not going to hate on you. Do whatever you want. I'm happy, though, that you carried it that way. Because you could have said, oh, no, they're trying to get all our black men. So more power to you.
A conference in Denver, Colorado this October. And there was a middle-aged Caucasian woman in the audience who says that she read research that said that more black men were leaving black women and going over to white women because black women weren't kinky enough and that white women were more kinkier. You want to know what my response was? Go on, honey. Take a chance, honey. Okay? Listen, you will be doing us a favor by taking them off of our hands. I promise you we're not losing any sleep on the Tyrones and the Marcuses that think that you're more kinky or whatever your definition of more kinky is. Let me tell you something. A sister would never be down for bringing a donkey into the bedroom. And while Tyrone and Marcuses are coming over to you while you're taking them off of our hands, I promise you, your cousin Jacob and your cousin Mike's and your cousin Paul's are coming over to us.
See, I know you guys like, Jay, why did you play the same thing again? You go, okay. What is it showing? No originality, right? There's no originality. Somebody got it from the other, said, oh, I think I want to say that too. Why? They want to make it a point to us.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
That's what they want to do. All of this just to, yeah, look, we don't want them. We got to let more of them know we don't want them. No. When you see things like this, you see that smile, that fake smile, it's written all over your face. I got to sing my song. You don't have to say a word. The hate, it's there. But you got to let it go. You do. Because trying to prove a point and say this, and I don't know why you're doing it. She's doing it just to make a point and also to make money. Like, this is how you're making money? Like, seriously? And I'll tell you what happened. I didn't research the comments. I didn't look up the comments. But could you imagine the comments? Oh yeah, girl, yeah. Be leaving him behind. Rage bait. They do it all day on the internet. Let me see if I can get a coalition behind me, right? And you would think that's the same. You go, okay, you guys make content. You're doing the same thing. No, we're not. All we're doing is showing the facts. I'm not trying to get popular on TikTok. I'm showing the facts. There's a problem.
Niggas is crazy. So I went and watched the game or whatever. And then when I left my family, I went to a bar. I went by myself. I just went because I said I'm about to go have me a little drink before I need to go get my kids. So when I walk in, the bar is completely full, but it's like one random seat in the middle. So I asked the guy that was sitting next to it, like, this one sitting here. He was like, you, like, go ahead and sit down. So I sit down or whatever. We started talking, just discussing life, like just, I don't know, talking, like having a very, 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 very good conversation, a very in-depth conversation. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, whatever. He like, get what you want, da-da-da-da-da-da. I said, okay. So we just having a really good time or whatever. Talk about kids, like his kids, talk about my kids, just talked about, like I said, life. Anyway, so he was like, I'm glad that you sat here. Like, you so cool. Like, he was like, yeah, shit, we gotta, like, hang out. Like, boom, 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 whatever the case is. I said, hell yeah. Like, you cool, too. Like, I felt like I was sitting there with a friend of mine, right? So, anyway, in walks this girl. And the girl, she was looking kind of funny. And he like, yeah, this is, Lisa, she cool as shit. Like, I really fuck with her. Da 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 da. And I'm sitting there like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. And she's just looking at me. So she shook my hand or whatever. And I looked at him. I'm like, do you want me to move down so she can sit down? Like, is she with you? He was like, oh, that's my homegirl or whatever. I said, oh, okay. So the girl comes and sits down. No, I'm lying. The girl actually went across and she sat across from him at the bar. So I was like, you want to tell her to come sit? Like, you want to sit next to her or whatever? I'm like, did she come here for you? He was like, yeah, but like, da, da, da. I said, is that your girlfriend? Like, what are you talking about? I said, is that your girl? He was like, man, hold up. Wait a minute. Time out. Pause. So, this is your girlfriend? Because she did come back over there. And she was like drinking out his glass and all this other stuff. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, whoa, time out, pause. Like, wait a minute. Like, what type of game? What is happening? Like, if this is your girl, go sit with your girl. And then she wound up coming and she just wound up sitting next to me. So she sat next to me. They're having a conversation. He's standing. So they talking or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Whole time, that is his woman. That's his girl. Like that, sir, that's your girl. And you are sitting here. First of all, that's why I'm saying I cannot. And then when they walking out, he like, yeah, like, I don't know, I already paid for everything. But, like, it was so nice meeting you. You think it's... Get the here. Get the here.
This is what they blame on all men, right? And you guys know what's going on. That'll happen, and then they'll blame it on you. This is what's wrong with the dating market. Man, it's bad. I don't see it changing anytime soon. Because so many more females' brains are like this. I'm not dealing with guys. I'm not giving guys no chance. It's like, Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? No hope.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.